girls, today we're going to visit Geoffrey the Car Mechanic. And whenever you go up and drive a car, it's lovely when you start in a car and you drive, but suddenly if your car won't start or stops going, what do? You need to call the mechanic. And Geoffrey's one of those people using his gifts and talents, abilities to be able to take all the pieces of a car and put it together. So let's sing the song about God, how he takes the pieces of our lives, puts them together. Here we go.
You take all the pieces of my life, put them back together, make it all right. Oh, you forgive me. Only you can heal my broken heart, make all things new with a brand new start. Oh, you forgive me. You forgive me. I try so hard to do things right, but I make the wrong choice sometimes. And you forgive me. No one knows me, God, like you. You see who I am, not what I do. And you forgive me. You take all the pieces of my life, put them back together, make it all right. Oh, you forgive me. Only you can heal my broken heart, make all things new with a brand new start. Oh, you forgive me. I try so hard to do things right, but I make the wrong choice sometimes. And you forgive me. No one knows me, God, like you. You see who I am, not what I do. And you forgive me. You take all the pieces of my life, put them back together, make it all right. Oh, you forgive me. Only you can heal my broken heart, make all things new with a brand new start. Oh, you forgive me. You take all the pieces of my life, put them back together, make it all right. Oh, you forgive me. Only you can heal my broken heart, make all things new with a brand new start. Oh, you forgive me. You forgive me. You forgive me.
Wonderful. Let's go and visit Geoffrey the Car Mechanic and find out what things can go wrong with a car. Boys and girls, today we're visiting Geoffrey. Geoffrey's did I not see you working at lorries?
I did indeed, yes.
You work at cars and lorries?
Cars and trucks, yep.
Geoffrey, what's the difference between a truck engine and a car engine?
Well, the basics are the same. I think they're all the same components, just obviously a car engine's a wee bit smaller than a truck engine, but
What do you prefer working at?
I enjoy the mixture of both,
Yeah.
you know.
And what is this, an engine?
There's an engine, yes.
Explain to me what an engine is. Can I just start the car and drive?
Oh, goodness. An engine, so much going on in an engine, it's unreal, you know.
Do you dream about engines?
What, would you feel ill of me if I said yes?
Do you actually? You must love them.
I love the principle of them. I love that, you know, if you give them fuel and give them air, they go.
What sort of engine is this here, do you know?
It's a 2 litre.
2 litre?
Yep.
Yeah. And what's the car is this here engine belong to?
It's naughty, so your 2 litre is 4-cylinder, you know.
They say nowadays cars are very modern and you can't really mechanic, all computerised. Is that becoming more so?
Yes and no. Computers control so much, but they've still got the basic principles, you know, in the like your engine, you know, so they've still got mechanical components, albeit computer controlled, you know.
Is there a common problem that would go wrong with an engine?
Lack of maintenance is one of the biggest problems.
Servicing's important?
Very important.
Like the body, it's important to look after the body?
Yep.
You're a Christian, Geoffrey?
Indeed, yes.
Is that important to you?
It is, yes.
What way?
It's important, it's part of my daily life.
It's not just for a Sunday?
No, not just for Sunday, you know. Like every day you get up and you trust God and rely that He's going to look after you.
Yeah.
keep you, you know.
So just to encourage children to pray, would you pray as a father, as an adult?
I do indeed, yeah.
Every day or just a Sunday?
No, every day.
Yeah. Is that important to you?
It is indeed, yes.
Whenever I look at the engines, Geoffrey, to me, they're very complicated. Are you ever beat when it comes to an engine, or you just know by looking?
Sometimes a struggle, yes.
Have you ever got a friend you can call?
Yes, so I like to talk to people, you know, and it's good to share experiences, you know, and
Have you always loved, since you were a wee boy, fascinated by cars and engines and mechanicking?
yeah.
You always had that
I
desire?
always had the love of them, yeah.
Are you fulfilling the dream then? Working what you wanted
Some
to do?
people, people say, you know, love what you do and you never work a day in your life, you know. And
Yeah.
I don't feel like I go to work. I feel this is what I do.
It's like a hobby to you?
Yeah.
Do you like when a car comes in and the customers are all frustrated, not knowing what's wrong, and you can suss the problem?
I do, yeah.
They give you a feeling of satisfaction?
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Definitely does.
There is job satisfaction with a mechanic.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
Apart from the torch, is that an important tool?
Yes, and we get dark in the wee dark spaces down in here. Yeah, torches is key.
Do you find people sometimes they're frustrated and they're anxious, they want it done today, not tomorrow?
Yes, and a lot of people, you know, only realise, you know, that their problem
Is the only problem?
is the only problem, you
Yeah.
know, and they've got a whole lot of people's problems.
People's problems, yeah. You're a problem solver.
Well, a problem solver.
Jeff, is there a favourite Bible verse you can think of?
I like Proverbs 3, 5 and 6.
Yeah.
You know, in all thy ways acknowledge him, he shall direct thy paths.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of the times, you know, you need to acknowledge him and what you're doing here. You know, you can have a bad day and
Yeah.
cut yourself or hit yourself, and
Yeah. Just like a child trusting the Lord, you need to keep doing that for help.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. That's good, because I look at that and you're bound to look someday and say, why is this not starting? It is sometimes a very small problem, like a connection.
A lot of the time it is
that
small
right?
problems, yes. But the thing that you always find with these, to start small problems,
That leads to bigger
at
problems.
least the bigger problems.
What tools would you use, Geoffrey, for this type of mechanical work?
Oh, lots of different tools. Come on right here and I'll show you.
Are you always banned tools? Have you bought every tool you can think of?
Always band tools.
Always banned
Yeah,
tools?
yeah. So
Wow, that's a big one.
all different things, bits and pieces, you know. So you.
And nowadays, Geoffrey, modern cars need computers put into them. How did you learn that at school, or were you taught how to use that?
Yes, well, you do basic training, you know, but every day teaches,
Yeah.
you know, experience.
Have you a favourite tool you use that you use almost every day, all the time? Apart from a hammer?
Probably not.
Just different spanners and different.
Yeah,
Yeah. And tools expensive?
very expensive.
Are you better using dear and better quality, or cheap and losing them?
We'd use a whole lot of Snap-on and Mac come a lifetime warranty, so you
Yeah.
break it to replace it, you know, which is
As long as a lifetime. 25 years?
as long as the tool lasts.
And it lasts for that length? Or Geoffrey, if there's children out there and they think I'd love to be a car mechanic, would you encourage them to do that?
I would indeed, yes.
Yeah,
I think it's great satisfaction.
yeah. But they have to be willing to learn, because always changing cars and
Always
developing
changing, yeah.
with technology, etc.
Yeah.
And are you always having to learn to keep up?
Of course, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I spend a lot of time with good guys here, you know, like my brother in particular, he works for me here.
yeah. Would you find different guys have different areas of expertise?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
everybody has their own wee strengths and
Yeah.
weaknesses, you know.
So Geoffrey, if a child out there said, I love to work with man, I'd love to be a mechanic, I never get opportunity, what would you encourage them to do? Get Lego to start with?
Lego's a great starting place. It's one of the places I started.
Yeah.
You know,
What about model airplanes?
Oh yes.
Gluing them together?
Oh yes.
Because you're
As a wee lad, a hobby, whenever I was a wee lad, was taking things apart and putting them back together again. You know.
that's all part of learning, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah,
looking back now, you know, it probably has paid dividends to me. You know,
yeah,
like I would experiment with everything.
yeah. Do you need to have a creative minded mechanic?
I would say yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it helps.
yeah.
You know.
And
There's only so much, in my opinion, now I might be wrong, there's only so much you can learn. I think there's, you know, it's like everything, there's gifts and talents, you know,
Yeah.
and I would consider this as a gift or a talent, you know.
yeah. And is there always you have to have safety in mind when you're working with cars?
Oh yes.
Yeah, because you're
That's the big
underneath them in
concern.
a pit.
Underneath them, over the top of them, and then remember you've flammable gases, fluids, you know, different things in there.
Do you work at electrical cars? They become more
not qualified, to be honest. So
That's
I can't.
different again. Yeah.
So I don't have the qualifications to work at electric cars.
What's your favourite, petrol or diesel?
I love petrol. I love the smell of it.
But you wouldn't recommend children to smell petrol?
No.
Just working in a car garage, you know that's what goes on. Boys and girls, that's Geoffrey the Car Mechanic, also lorry mechanic. I want you to mechanic of one thing. Have you ever mechanicked an airplane? Is that different again?
Believe it or not, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
All the same idea generally?
No, well, actually, whenever I was out in Zambia, first thing I done whenever I landed the plane was the exhaust that broke. So I had to weld the exhaust on the plane.
So welding's part of your trade too, yeah. So a lot of trades come into one when you're mechanic.
Indeed, yeah.
Boys and girls, time's up here. I have to let Jeff go back because there's a customer over there wanting their car started, so we need to let him go get it fixed. Jeffrey, thanks very much.
Thank you, Colin.
And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Very interesting, Geoffrey. Thank you. We're going to sing a song, My Hope is in the Lord, and it shows you little boys and girls fixing their go-karts. Preparation for whenever they can drive a car when they're bigger. Here we go.
I can't help but feel a little down, a little worried when I look around. That's why my hope is in, my hope is in the Lord. I fix my eyes upon the God who gives, 'cause all I need is what I have in Him. That's why my hope is in, my hope is in the Lord. My hope is in the Lord. I belong to Him. He will never let me go. My hope is in the Lord. I can count on Him. My hope is in the all down, a little worried when I look around. That's why my hope is in, my hope is in the Lord. I fix my eyes upon the God who gives, 'cause all I need is what I have in Him. That's why my hope is in, my hope is in the Lord. My hope is in the Lord. I belong to Him. He will never let me go. My hope is in the Lord. I can count on Him. My hope is in the Lord. My hope is in the Lord. I belong to Him. He will never let me go. My hope is in the Lord. I can count on Him. My hope is in the Lord.
Ha! Just imagine Geoffrey with his wee car many, many years ago, and now he's working on the big cars, the real cars, to make them working and especially safe for all of us to drive. So thank you again, Geoffrey, for the lovely time spent together in your car garage under the bonnet of the car. Bye for now, boys and girls. See ya.